Good evening, baseball fans. You are here with Ken and Yankees The Ugly Truth. And tonight we are going to be doing the game two of the World Series, the Dodgers versus the Blue Jays. Thank you for everybody who has hopped into the stream and is watching. I want to thank you all for being here on your busy Saturday evening to check out a little bit of baseball. Say hey, drop a like, and welcome to the stream. If you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider hitting the subscribe button. And for those of you who are subscribed, hit the notifications so that you know every time that we are live. And I guess I'm going to start out by going over tonight's lineup. For the Dodgers, leading off hitting DH will be Shohei Ohtani, hitting .222 during the postseason. In the two hole is going to be Mookie Betts playing shortstop, hitting .289. Freddie Freeman will be in the three hole, hitting .214. Will Smith will be behind the dish, cleaning up, hitting .290. In right field, hitting out of the five hole is going to be Teoscar Hernandez, hitting .250 in the postseason. Max Muncy will be hitting out of the six hole at third base, hitting .219 on the postseason. Kiki Hernandez will be in left field, hitting .300, playing left field in the seven hole. Tommy Edman will be at second base, hitting out of the eight hole, hitting .289. And in center field and bringing up the rear is going to be Andy Pages, hitting .077. On the mound for the Dodgers is going to be Yoshinobu Yamamoto. For the Blue Jays, their lineup is going to be George Springer leading off, playing DH, hitting .255 in the postseason. Nathan Lucas will be in left field, hitting out of the two hole, hitting .325. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. will be at first base, hitting out of the three hole, hitting .447 in the postseason. Alejandro Kirk will be behind the dish in the cleanup spot, hitting .271. Dalton Varsho will be hitting out of the five hole, playing center field, .277 on the postseason. Ernie Clement will be hitting out of the six hole, playing third base, hitting .435. In right field, Addison Barger will be hitting out of the seven hole, hitting .324. Isaiah Kiner-Falefa will be hitting out of the eight hole, playing second base, hitting .217. And hitting in the nine hole is going to be Andres Jimenez playing shortstop, bringing up the rear, hitting .267 in the postseason. And on the bump for the Blue Jays is going to be Kevin Gausman. And that is our lineup to start the game two of the 2025 World Series. So the question that we have is, who's going to prevail dominant? Is it going to be Dodger pitching, their starters, or is it going to be the Toronto Blue Jay bats? As you know, yesterday, the Blue Jays beat the Dodgers 11-4 in a romp, and Blue Jays were able to get the starter Blake Snell out of the game and got to the bullpen. and it did not work out so well for the Dodgers. In the postseason, the Dodgers had only given up 4 home runs throughout the the division and the league championship. However, in last night's game, they surrendered 3 bombs, a solo shot, a 2-run, and a granny. The power has been infused in the Blue Jays lineup. How are we feeling about tonight's game? I did put a poll up on Yankees The Ugly Truth about predictions for who was going to take game 2. So if you get the opportunity, swing over there and hit Blue Jays or Dodgers, whatever your preference is. Time is 8:01 Eastern time, and we should be a couple of minutes before the first pitch of the game. And my kid's sister Nancy thinks that the Dodgers are going to bounce back. Is my nephew there? Is he listening to the stream, young sis? Well, if he is on his phone in YouTube, have him drop in and say, hey, drop a like too. Well, he is now a graduate, so he's alumni. What's more important, World Series or a college football game? By the way, Alabama was able to pull out a win against South Carolina 29-22. So good on the Crimson Tide. And they should maintain their 4th place ranking in the NCAA. Hey, Dylan, how you doing, brother? Appreciate you hopping in the stream. So let me guess, you're rooting for Michigan. Ha, ha, ha. You got it on the TV or you listen to it via computer or whatnot? So you got jokes, young lad. It's always good to have a sense of humor. We are in a commercial break and should have first pitch just a moment. There is no game tomorrow. Tomorrow is a travel day. They will be flying to Los Angeles to start the first of 3 games. So there will be games on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday in LA. They do not have pitchers announced yet for the series. So if the Blue Jays win tonight and take a 2-0 lead, it guarantees that the Dodgers cannot close the series out in LA and they will have to come back to Toronto. All games are going to be at 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fox Sports. But I'll be calling the games on Monday and Tuesday. Joe with NY Yankee Mania will be calling the game on Wednesday. And if necessary, games 6 and 7 in Toronto, I will call. And Otani is taking some plastic swigs. Gausman has thrown the last of his warm-up pitches, and we are about to get this show on the road. And for those of you that have hopped in the stream, if you haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. So I'm anticipating a pitcher's duel tonight. Hey, Michael, appreciate you hopping in the stream. Thank you, brother. Last night, the Blue Jays exposed the bullpen for sure of the Dodgers. And I'm thinking that the path to the Blue Jays winning is getting to the bullpen early. And Gausman is stepping on the bump. Gausman sets. Gausman sets and fires, and the first pitch is a fastball that paints the outside corner for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1 on Otani. Gausman sets and he fires another fastball right down the heart of Broadway for call. Strike two. Count is 0-2 on Otani. Otani takes timeout and steps out of the box. He should throw him a fastball up and in to tie Otani up. And the 0-2 pitch is on the way. It is driven into left field. Lucas is going to track the ball down just short of the foul line, and that is going to be the first out of the game. World Series game number 2 underway. Stepping up to bat is Mookie Betts. Ed Gausman sets, fires, and the fastball is just low. Hey, Michael, welcome to the stream, brother. Appreciate you being here. Count is 1-0 on Betts. And Gausman sets, fires, and the fastball paints the bottom of the strike zone for call. Strike 1. Count is evened at 1-1. Gausman sets, fires, and the slider catches the outside corner for call. Strike 2. Count is 1-2. Gausman sets and fires, and the slider is just off the plate. Count is going to even up at 2-2. Gausman sets, fires, and the pitch is blown to right field. Barger is drifting to his left and is going to make the play just short of the warning track, and that is the second out of the night for the Dodgers. Coming up to bat is Freddie Freeman. Ed Gausman sets, fires, and the splitter is off the plate. Count is 1-0. Gausman sets, and he fires, and the splitter, wow, looks like it caught the bottom of the strike zone, but it is called ball 1. Count is 2-0. And Gausman sets, fires, and the pitch paints the bottom of the strike zone. Count is 2-1. Gausman sets, and the splitter is swung on and missed. Count is evened at 2-2. Gausman sets, fires, and the pitch is on the way. It is fouled off to the third base side. Count is going to remain 2-2. And Gausman sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is a towering fly ball down the left field line, but it is going to make it into the stands. Count is going to remain 2-2 as we head to the 7th pitch of the at-bat. Gausman sets, fires, and the pitch is swung on and fouled off. Count is 2-2 as we head to the 8th pitch of the at-bat. Gausman is at 15 pitches. Ed Gausman sets. Pitch is on the way, and this is lined into right field. And Freeman is rounding first, heading to second. And he is going to be in at second with a 2-out double. Coming up to bat is Will Smith, the catcher. Gausman sets, fires, and the fastball is fouled off. Count is 0-1. Gausman checks on the runner at second. He sets and he fires, and the pitch is lined into center field. And it looks like Freeman is going to be rounding third, heading for home, and they are going to bring in the first run of the game. So Will Smith has an RBI single, and the Dodgers have a 1-0 lead. Coming up to bat is Teoscar Hernandez. And Gausman sets, fires, and the slider. Wow. Definitely looks like it caught the bottom of the strike zone, but it is called ball one. And people want to know why everyone is calling for ABS. Gausman sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 1-1. And Gausman sets, fires, and the splitter is chop foul down the third base line. Count is now 1-2 on Hernandez. And Gausman sets, fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed for strike three. And that is going to do it for the Dodgers in the top of the first, but not before they score a run in the first inning to take a 1-0 lead on the Blue Jays. Blue Jays coming up to bat. Going to have George Springer leading off, Nathan Lucas following in the 2-hole, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. in the 3-hole. For those of you interested in the Texas A&M and LSU game, the score is tied at 7-7, 4 minutes and 35 seconds left in the first quarter. A&M has the ball on the 39-yard line of Texas A&M. It's 3rd and 8. So how are we feeling about the game so far? A little bit of hitting already. Rat-a-tat-tat. And for those of you who have hopped into our stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you are not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. So any early predictions for the game? Hey, Wendy, welcome to the stream. And for those of you who haven't, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. And Yamamoto is getting ready to throw the first pitch to the Blue Jays. Springer is getting ready. And Yamamoto sets, fires, and the pitch is a splitter that is swung on and missed. Count is 0-1 to Springer. Yamamoto sets, and the curveball is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2 on Springer. Yamamoto sets, and he fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is going to remain 0-2. And the next pitch is on the way, and the splitter is fouled off. Count remains 0-2. Heading to the fifth pitch of the at bat. Yamamoto sets, fires, and this pitch is hammered into left field. It is going to go all the way to the wall. Springer is rounding first, heading to second, and he is going to be sliding into second head first with a leadoff double. Nice strong throw from Enrique Hernandez, but not in time. So the Blue Jays have a runner in scoring position. Nathan Lucas is up to bat, and the first pitch is looped into left center field, and that is going to be a base hit. So the Blue Jays are going to have runners at first and third with nobody out. And you guessed it, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. coming up to bat. Is he going to cement his postseason legacy? Yamamoto's looking like he's sweating already. And Yamamoto sets. First pitch is on the way, and it is called ball one. Looks like it caught the inside part of the strike zone. But once again, umpire misses a call, in my opinion. Yamamoto sets and fires, and the pitch is down low and inside. Count is 2-0. For those of you just hopping into the stream, we are in the bottom of the first. Dodgers lead 1-0. Blue Jays are threatening with runners at first and third and nobody out. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. is up to bat. And the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 2-1. Yamamoto sets and fires, and the splitter is swung on and missed. Count is evened at deuce, deuce. And Yamamoto sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is chop foul down the third base line. Count is going to remain deuce, deuce. And the pitch is on the way, and it is chop foul. Count is going to remain deuce, deuce. Hey, Sean, welcome to the stream, my brother. And they are chanting Vladdy in the stadium profusely. Yamamoto sets and fires, and Vladimir Guerrero swings over the top of the pitch for strike three. Unproductive out for Vladdy, and the Dodgers are going to stave off the run. Blue Jays have runners at first and third with one out. Coming up to bat is Alejandro Kirk. And Yamamoto sets. First pitch is a splitter inside. Count is 1-0. It was a Freeman double, Sean, and a single by Will Smith to bring him around. And the pitch is a curveball off the plate. Count is 2-0 to Kirk. And the next pitch is swung on and fouled off. Count is 2-1. And Kirk takes timeout. And Yamamoto sets. 2-1 pitches on the way, and this is pop to Freeman. And both runners make it back to base safely. So now there are two outs. And Dalton Varsho is coming up to bat. And Yamamoto sets. First pitch is on the way, and it is inside for ball one. And Yamamoto sets, fires, and the fastball is inside. Count is 2-0. And Yamamoto sets and fires, and the splitter is in the dirt. Count is now 3-0 on Varsho. Yamamoto sets and fires, and the splitter is called strike one. It is definitely below the zone. Count is now 3-1. And the pitch is on the way, and it is foul straight back. Count is now full, 3-2. Yamamoto sets and he fires, and the pitch is a curveball dropped in there for call, strike three. And that is going to do it for the Blue Jays, leaving runners at first and third with no outs, and they could not push across the game tying run. Coming up in the top of the second for the Dodgers is Max Muncy, Enrique Hernandez, and Tommy Edman. Michael, hit the link. If you're here, Michael, hit the link and we'll pop you up and you can see the StreamYard thing, and then I'll drop you back down. Hey, Michael, how you doing? And this
Good.
Jack.
Very good.
All right. So hence we could have dropped a link for you in Joe's stream to get you up on the panel. Next time I'll just do that.
Yeah.
But you're able to access it. You're on your computer. Everything is looking pretty solid. So, and welcome to the stream. Man, this jackass just does not want to stop.
No.
So do you have any preferences on this game's winner?
I mean, at this point, I kind of think the Dodgers are going to win tonight.
And the first pitch from Gausman is in for call, strike one, Muncy. Count is 0-1. And the next pitch is a towering fly ball to left field. Lucas is tracking it and is going to make the play in shallow left field. So that is the first out of the inning. All right. Just wanted to make sure that you could come up on a StreamYard stream and I'll drop you back down. All right.
Will fall.
Thanks for coming up, and hopefully we can get you on Yankees or NY Yankee Mania to participate in a panel. And the first pitch to Hernandez is called, strike one. Nice four-seam fastball that catches the outside corner. Next pitch is on the way, and it is a splitter in the dirt. Count is evened out, 1-1. And Gausman sets, fires, and the pitch is down low. Count is 2-1. Hernandez is a below zone hitter during the regular season, but tends to hit around 300 in the postseason. And Gausman sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 2-2. And Gausman sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is a towering pop fly. And Isaiah Kiner-Falefa is underneath it and makes the play for the second out of the inning. Tommy Edman steps into the box. Kevin Gausman is set it. Pitch is on the way, and the fastball is just a bit high. Count is 1-0. For those of you just hopping in the stream, we are in the top of the second. Dodgers lead the Blue Jays 1-0. There are two outs with nobody on. Tommy Edman up to bat. And the pitch is on the way. Count is now 2-0 on Edman. And Gausman sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is down low. Count is 3-0. And Gausman sets, fires, and the fastball is right down the heart of Broadway. The count is 3-1. And the next pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. Count is now full, 3-2. And Gausman sets, fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed for strike three. And that is going to do it for the Dodgers in the top of the second. Coming up to bat in the bottom of the second is Ernie Clement, Addison Barger, and Isaiah Kiner-Falefa. Chat's awfully quiet. Nothing to say? For those of you hopping in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. We are at 429 subscribers, looking to hit our next milestone of 450. So we've got a bit of a way to go. Any support that you have in helping us meet our goal would be most appreciated. Hey, Jose, welcome to the stream. Well, your support is most appreciated. Well, we've had our usual trolls showing up, giving us a little bit of spamming, but other than that, not too much. And what are my thoughts on Luis Robert? He's a fine defensive outfielder with a modicum of power. He has an alligator of a contract, $20 million that's owed him for this year, and I think next year. My concerns with Robert are he tends to be injured a lot. He spent a lot of time over the last 2 seasons on the DL or IL, and me personally, I'm not interested in bringing him on board. We don't need another swing and miss guy who is not on the field. And Yamamoto sets and fires, and the first pitch is a towering pop up to the infield. Freeman overruns it, and the ball hits the ground, and Clement is going to be on first base. I don't think it's going to be called an error because nobody touched it. Nope, it hit his glove, so they're going to charge him with an error. And the first pitch to Barger is a splitter off the plate. Count is 1-0. And it looks like they gave him a hit. And the pitch is off the plate. Count is 2-1. And the pitch paints the outside corner. Count is even, Dad. Deuce. I would bring Grisham back, Jose. Yamamoto sets and fires, and the splitter is off the plate. Count is now foul, or full, 3-2. And the pitch is down low for call, strike 3. And that is going to be the first out of the inning. And the pitch is a sky ball to center field. Pages is under it and makes the play. Clement returns back to first base. Jimenez is up to bat. First pitch is a curveball in there for call, strike 1. Count is 0-1. And the pitch is chopped to the left side. Betts sets and he slides, comes up and fires, and is going to get Jimenez by a step. So that is going to do it for the Blue Jays in the bottom of the second. Coming up in the top of the third is going to be Pages, Ohtani, and Betts. And for those of you that have hopped into the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you are not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. I mean, Sean, if you were to do your ideal moves this off season for the Yankees, what would they be? And this jackass has made his third appearance of the night. Or fourth. He's on the fourth appearance tonight. And Gausman is stepping up to the bump. Pajes is in the box. First pitch is a fastball up high. Count is 1-0. And Gausman sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is called strike one. And Gausman sets, fires, and the pitch is grounded to IKF. IKF fields it cleanly and shoots it to Guerrero Jr. for the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Shohei Ohtani. Okay. Re-signed Bellinger. I'm fine with that. And the first pitch to from Gausman is a fastball that paints the bottom of the strike zone for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. Hey, Evan, welcome to the stream. And the pitch is down in the dirt. Count is 1-1. Evan, are you on for a while or you got other things to do? And the pitch is pop fly to third base side. Clement is tracking it and is going to make the play in foul territory for the second out of the inning. And Betts steps up to the box. Gausman sets and fires, and the ball is chopped to Jimenez. He fields it cleanly and fires across the diamond to Guerrero Jr. for the third out of the inning. Coming up in the bottom of the third is going to be George Springer, Nathan Lucas, and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Evan, are you still here? If you want to call a few innings, let me know and I will bring you up. All right. Bellinger, I agree, bringing back. Naylor, I'd love to see. Realmuto. Question, Sean, are you planning on him being the everyday starting catcher or a backup? Evan. All right, Evan. Hop the link or hit the link. I'll bring you up and let you start calling every other inning in the top of the fourth. Okay. Roger that. Just let me know and I will drop the link when you get back. Are you eating anything good? All right. So you're looking at Realmuto as a backup. Realmuto is looking for a 2-year, $14 million deal, so $7 million AAV. Do you want to pay a catcher $7 million to be a backup? Not a problem, brother. Like I said, I'll give you as much trigger time as you want, and it'll be your first World Series experience. So glad to help out. And Yamamoto sets and fires, and he plunks Springer in the elbow. So once again, a profuse amount of booing, and that is the second time in this postseason that Springer has been plunked. Well, when you get older, you tend to be able to multitask. So I can concentrate on the World Series and Yankee baseball. I mean, personally, Sean, now that the Cardinals have said that they're open to trading Brendan Donovan. Brendan Donovan is my first choice. And Yamamoto sets and he fires, and the splitter paints the bottom of the strike zone for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. And the next pitch is on the way and swung through and missed. Count is 0-2 on Lucas. And Yamamoto sets and fires, and the pitch is fouled off. I think that they're going to make some changes to the lineup. I do not believe they're going to be running back the same team. And the 0-2 is off the plate. Count is 1-2. I would look for an acquisition for the starting pitching, 2 to 3 bullpen options. I think that we're going to non-tender players like Scott Efros and Ian Hamilton. And the pitch is on the way and fouled off. Count is going to remain 1-2. And Yamamoto sets. And he fires, and the four-seamer is swung on and missed by Lucas. That is Yamamoto's fourth strikeout of the night. Obviously, the Yankees are going to do something to address the first base situation. And the first pitch is a call, strike one on Guerrero. Yamamoto sets and fires, and this one is hammered into left field. It is off the wall. Hernandez is going to field it. Springer is going to head to third. Guerrero is going to have a long single, so the Blue Jays have runners at first and third with one out. I do not see them prioritizing pitching over the bats. Now that the Cardinals have announced that they are willing to move Brendan Donovan, I suspect that the Yankees are going to be on top of him. If we sign Donovan, I think that the Yankees will make a concerted effort to bring back Cody Bellinger and walk from Trent Grisham. I could see Donovan taking over at shortstop. And when Volpe comes back and takes the helm at shortstop, Donovan taking over at second base and Jazz moving to the outfield since he was a center fielder with the Marlins for 3 years. And the pitch is on the way, and it is off the plate to Kirk. Count is 1-0. I also see the Dodgers trying to make a play for a player like Josh Naylor to bring in another solid contact bat. And Yamamoto sets and fires, and this pitch is a sky ball to center field. Pages is tracking it, and it is plenty deep. And Springer is tagging and heading home, so the game is going to be tied at 1-1. Guerrero stays at first base. The Yankees could also throw their hat into the Japanese hitter Okamoto, and he is another contact bat. I think they are going to try to build a team that is an amalgamation, and the pitch is inside between the Red Sox, Diamondbacks, and the Blue Jays. Looking at contact bats with an improvement in speed. Yamamoto sets, and the pitch is chopped to Freeman. Freeman is going to take the ball and step on first base. And that is going to do it for the Blue Jay in the bottom of the third, heading into the top of the fourth. Freddie Freeman, Will Smith, and Teoscar Hernandez will be coming up. And Jake says, I thought they were going to stick with Caballero until Volpe gets back because remember both Cash and Boone saying that Volpe is their starter. Do you really realistically see them trying to bring Donovan on? I do realistically see it because Donovan addresses many problems that the Yankees have. First and foremost, Donovan is a contact hitter and a leadoff hitter, which the Yankees haven't had for 2 years. Donovan is a multi-positional player who is 28 years old. We have a couple of years on his contract, and he is multi-positional. He is a shortstop, his primary position, third base, second base, and both corner outfield positions. No, they're not going to trade Jazz Evan. Since Mason Wynn came on board the Cardinals, Michael, you were absolutely right. He does play a majority of second, third, and outfield because their young burgeoning rookie is at shortstop. But before him, he was playing a fair amount of shortstop too. Jazz is a talented athlete, Evan, and for 3 years in Miami, he was their center fielder. So I could definitely see them plugging him into the outfield to keep his bat and his speed in the lineup. I could even see the Yankees bringing Devin Williams back in a non-closer role. Yeah, we're not getting Stephen Kwan. We just have to cut our left ankle off and hand our foot over to the Guardians. And the worst thing about it is if we make a trade with the Guardians, whoever we trade to them is going to freaking come back and haunt us for years to come. Yes, he does have corner outfield experience, Michael. And this Japanese kid, Okamoto, is a first, third, and outfielder. And the first pitch is swung on and missed by Freeman, and it is driven to the just short of the warning track. Varsho makes a play, and that is the first out of the inning. In my personal opinion, Brendan Donovan is a player I've been calling for over 2 seasons now. And my personal sentiment is he is a game changer. He will make a difference for us in New York. Yeah, Okamoto in Japan has a 13% strikeout rate. And Gausman sets. Pitch is on the way and is in there for call. Strike one. And the next pitch is guide to right field. Barger is tracking it underneath it and makes the play for the second out of the inning. Welcome back, Wendy. Ed Gausman sets. First pitch to Hernandez is a fastball in there for calls. Strike one. Count is 0-1. And Gausman sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 0-2 on Big T. Hernandez takes timeout. Gausman sets and paints the bottom of the strike zone with a splitter for call. Strike three. And that is going to be 10 consecutive batters set down for the Dodgers and Gausman. And I think that the contact hitters are going to be brought into the lineup this season. Right now, the Yankee payroll is sitting at $224 million. A Naylor contract is looking at 4 years, $52 million. So that's a $17.5 million contract. Donovan is on a $3 million contract for the next 2 seasons. Okamoto is looking at a 4-year, $48 million contract. Bellinger is going to be 5 to 6 years, AAV of 28 to 30 million. So adding those players is well within the budget. Right now, Devin Williams is on a $11 million contract. So I think if the Yankees bring him back in a lower a non-closer contract, you're probably talking 8 to 10 million at the most. So there is money to play with, and okay. Jazz is a Yankee for one more year, and Ryan McMahon is 2. I think that Donovan would start at short with rotation at Caballero. And when Volpe comes back, I could see Jazz being shifted to the outfield and Donovan taking over at second. And in the A&M LSU game, A&M trails LSU 15-14. Yamamoto sets and the cutter is off the plate. Count is 1-0. We're in the bottom of the fourth, and Yamamoto has already thrown 48 pitches. The ball is grounded to Freeman, and he flips to Yamamoto. Yamamoto beats Clement to first base, and that is the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Addison Barger. And the first pitch is hammered to center field. Pajes is backing up and is going to make the play just short of the warning track. And that is the second out of the inning. And Yamamoto sets. First pitch to IKF is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. And the next pitch is on the way. It is down low. Count is 2-0. Man, dude, do you not take a hint? And the pitch is chopped to Betts. Betts fields it cleanly and fires to Freeman to end the fourth inning. This is the first clean inning that Yamamoto has had. Dude, can you figure it out? You're not going to be here for any prolonged amount of time, and you're going to get banned and reported to YouTube. The Cardinal needs Jake. They have no one in their farm system that can come up and be a starting pitcher. So I think that they're looking for somebody who's major league ready, and that could possibly be a Luis Heel or a Will Warren. They're looking for help in the outfield, possibly major league ready. And we could probably get away with sending Dominguez over there. So a Dominguez and a starting pitcher, maybe a prospect pitcher, and that would probably get it done. Well, Michael, I've been claiming for years, and they tell me that I'm full of crap. Hey, Joe, welcome to the stream. The Yankees do not tell the truth with regard to injuries. They're saying that he is going to be back by May. I'll eat my hat if he's back by May. I suspect that June may be the earliest, just before the All-Star break. And when he comes back, he will be run out, not as an everyday player. He'll go out 2, maybe 3 times a week until they get a firm footing on him. And Joe, I dropped a link for Michael. And yeah, you may be right, Michael. I mean, they reported that the damage to his shoulder, his labrum, was more extensive than the MRIs reported. So they had to do more cleanup work. What the level of cleanup work they had to do, I don't know. I know typically any time that I've seen anybody go through a serious labrum type repair, they're out for 6 to 12 months. Gausman sets, and the first pitch to Muncy is down low. Count is 1-0. And Gausman sets. And he fires, and the splitter catches the inside corner for call. Strike one. Count is evened at 1-1. For those of you who have hopped in the stream, if you could please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. And Muncy shows bunt, and he misses. Count is 1-2. And Gausman sets, fires, and the pitch is inside. Count is evened at 2-2. And Gausman sets, and the pitch is swung on and missed, and that is strike 3. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is fouled off. And the pitch is on the way, and it paints the bottom of the strike zone for call. Strike 2. Count is 0-2 for Hernandez. And Gausman sets and fires, and the splitter is in the dirt. Count is 1-2. Gausman sets, fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. That is the second out of the inning, and Gausman is at 57 pitches. The pitch count is looking fantastic. And Joe, make me a moderator now. Give me 10 seconds. And the first pitch from Gausman is in there for call. Strike one. And the pitch is hit to right field. Barger is backing up. And that is the third out of the inning. He's going to do it for the Dodgers in the top of the fifth. Coming up in the bottom of the fifth is Andres Jimenez, George Springer, and Nathan Lucas. Are you still here, Joe? If so, type something. Okay. You see you have a little wrench and you are set as a moderator. So, Evan, you're not going to be able to come up and call play-by-play because of your brother? Well, I was just going to mention, Evan, that Joe is a member of the Gambino family, and he can make your brother an offer he can't refuse. And with 5 seconds left in the first half of the Texas A&M and LSU game, A&M ranked number 3 in the country and LSU 20. The score is LSU 18, Texas A&M 14. Let me guess, Giants or Jets? I thought all the Gaudis were in jail, Joe. And the first pitch to Jimenez is fouled off. Count is 0-1. And Yamamoto sets and fires, and the pitch is off the plate. Count is 1-1. And Yamamoto sets, and the pitch is sliced into left field. Hernandez is tracking it and is going to make the play for the first out of the inning. Well, let's see. For college football, I follow Alabama from where I grew up, Kansas, Arizona State. My dad is an alumni of Arizona State, and ODU, Old Dominion football. And the pitch is on the way, and Springer grounds it to Muncy. Muncy fields it cleanly and fires across the diamond to Freeman for the second out of the inning. Yamamoto is at 57 pitches. So his pitch count is stabilized. Coming up to bat is Nathan Lucas. 1 for 2 on the night with a single. And the first pitch is a fastball off the plate. Count is 1-0. Now, I don't follow Navy because that's a bunch of damn officers. And the pitch is swung on and missed. Lucas goes down to a knee trying to untie the score. And Yamamoto sets and fires, and the ball is chopped up the middle, and Yamamoto fields it and fires to Freeman for the third out of the inning. That is the second consecutive 3 up, 3 down. For basketball, NCAA basketball, I follow Old Dominion and Kansas. For NBA, I think it's a candy butt sport. And after their last strike, what's wrong with officers playing, bro? Because I don't want to see those young pansies. Oh, I don't want to do my commitment to the service. I'd rather play pro ball and make a deferment. Yeah, forget you. Do your job. Yes, and we all have college degrees. But our father was certainly not a rig knocker. So he came from the enlisted ranks and worked his way up and had a very distinguished career. For those of you who have hopped in the stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. And they are doing a segment for Stand Up to Cancer, so that's a worthwhile cause. I have known more than my fair people that we have lost to cancer, including my father. So that is one of my charitable donations and causes every year. Well, if they get a deferment and are able to go into a professional sport, if they are injured, they have to repay the total amount of going to the academy, which is I think 125,000 at this point. There were professionals who went to the academy and did their full service and then went to the pros, like Roger Staubach of the Dallas Cowboys. David Robinson of the Spurs was active duty Navy, and with his height growth, he was too tall to serve on ships. He couldn't serve on airplanes. Damn sure couldn't serve on subs, and he he fulfilled his commitment in the reserves as a supply officer. Paul Skeens, for 2 years, was at the Air Force Academy and left. So he did not complete his degree with Air Force, hence he did not have a commitment to the Air Force. And for those of you who have hopped into our stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you are not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. In programming notes, tomorrow or tonight, immediately following the game, there's going to be a post World Series review of Game 1 and Game 2 by Joe and I believe Evan on Yankees or NY Yankee Mania. So I recommend hopping over there to get some content and listen to a good conversation and become part of it. And as I mentioned earlier, tomorrow is a travel day, so I will be taking time out to watch some NFL football. And then I will be back Monday to call the you were right, Joe. Throwing around while on the stream. And this particular spammer, ESPN2HD.com, has hit me at least 5 times this evening. Hopefully, YouTube will actually do something about it and get rid of clowns like this because they disrupt our streams. Stepping up to the plate is Andy Pajes. Gausman sets and he pitches, and the first pitch is line to right field. Barger is tracking it and is going to make a running catch for the first out of the inning. Coming up to bat is Shohei Ohtani, 0 for 2 on the night. And Gausman sets. And the pitch is on the way, and it is just off the plate. Count is 1-0. And Gausman sets. And he fires, and the pitch paints the outside portion of the plate for call. Strike one. Count is 1-1. Beautiful 95-mile-an-hour fastball. Gausman sets and fires, and the ball is a towering pop-up. Clement is tracking it and is going to make the play for the second out of the inning and Ohtani's second pop-out of the inning. Gausman is hitting his points right where he needs to with Ohtani. Fastball high up and in has caused him to come up with these pop-outs. That is the 15th straight batter retired by Gausman. Coming up to bat is Mookie Betts. Gausman sets, and the first pitch is a fastball that paints the top of the strike zone for call. Strike one. Count is 0-1. Gausman sets, and he fires, and the pitch is popped up. Guerrero is tracking it, and he is going to make the play in foul territory just before the railing. And that is going to be the third out of the inning as Guerrero falls on his can. That is the 16th straight put out for Gausman. Coming up to bat in the bottom of the sixth is going to be Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Alejandro Kirk, and Dalton Varsho. For those of you who have hopped into our stream, if you could, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. I want to thank everybody for taking time out of their busy Saturday evening to sit back and watch a little and listen to a little bit of baseball. Your support is most appreciated, and I want to thank you. It means a hell of a lot to me. And as I was mentioning earlier, Monday night at 7:55, I will be on for the World Series Game 3 in LA. And at the same time, I will be simulcasting the Chiefs football game. And tomorrow on NY Yankee Mania, Evan will be doing the play-by-play for the Giants and Eagles football game. So I recommend hopping on that, supporting NY Yankee Mania and Evan. Evan is going to come up here shortly and call a little bit of baseball as soon as he lets me know. Chat's awfully quiet. Come on, let's get some chatter going on there. Hey, better, hum better, swing. And Yamamoto sets, and the first pitch is a fastball that is taken for call, strike one. Guerrero is 1 for 2 on the night with a single. And Yamamoto sets and fires, and his splitter is in the dirt. Count is 1-1. And Yamamoto sets and fires, and the fastball is off the plate. Count is now 2-1. And the pitch is hammered up the middle. And it's going to hit the bag. Edman is going to field it and fire it to Freeman to record the first out of the inning. Fine play by Edman. Actually, it was the mound it ricocheted off of, not the bag. Still a great play by Edman. And Yamamoto sets. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is a curveball off the plate. Count is 1-0. And the next pitch is a slider swung on and missed. Count is 1-1. And Yamamoto sets and fires, and the pitch is a slider in there for call. Strike two. Count is 1-2. All right, that's fine. And the pitch is swung on and missed for strike three. Yeah, well, Otani is Major League Baseball's cash cow from Japan. So. And Yamamoto sets and he fires. And Varsho cannot check his swing. Count is 0-1. Yamamoto sets and fires, and the curveball is in the dirt. Count is 1-1. Yamamoto sets and fires, and the pitch is popped up to Betts. Betts is going to track it and make the play in shallow center field for the third out. And that is going to be 9 straight batters retired by Yamamoto. Coming up in the top of the 7th is going to be Freddie Freeman, Will Smith, and Teoscar Hernandez. No, we do not have a lot of people in the chat, Michael. And for those of you that are here, if you have not, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. We're going to continue to call postseason games for the remainder of the World Series. And Michael says, even if Toronto wins tonight, I think Dodgers can come back and win the series. I would not count them out. No way. Well, I am not counting them out. And in the A&M LSU game, they've resumed play. LSU kicked off to A&M, and they had a 43-yard return. Ball is on A&M's 44-yard line. It is 1st and 10. And A&M hands the ball off to Reed. He breaks through the line and is going to have a 14-yard gain. The ball is on the LSU 42-yard line. And Freeman is in the box. Gausman sets. And the first pitch is lined to center field. Varsho is waiting under it, and he makes the play for the first out. 1 pitch and 1 out. Could be, Michael. And Will Smith is coming up to bat. And Gausman sets. And he fires, and the first pitch is a 4-seamer inside. Count is 1-0. And the 1-0 pitch is a fastball that clips the bottom of the strike zone. Count is 1-1. And the pitch is on the way, and it is just a bit low. Count is 2-1. Gausman sets and fires, and he, wow. Pitch is off the plate. Count is now 3-1. And Gausman sets, fires, and the pitch is fouled off. Count is now 4-3-2. And the 3-2 is hammered to left field. This one is going, and gone into the second deck. And the Dodgers take a 2-1 lead in the top of the 7th. That is Smith's first postseason home run. And they did not give the stats on that home run. And the first pitch to Hernandez is in there for call, strike one. Teoscar is 0 for 2 on the night with a pair of strikeouts. And the pitch is on the way, and it is in the dirt. Count is 1-1. Well, I love you too, Natalie. Did you hit the like button for Grampy? Next pitch is on the way, and it is a check swing foul. Count is 1-2 on Hernandez. Good girl. And I will see you in the morning for church. Gausman sets and fires, and the pitch is a splitter outside and low. Count is evened at 2-2. And Gausman sets, and the splitter is swung on and missed for strike three. And that is going to be the second out of the inning. That was Gausman's sixth strikeout of the night. Coming up to bat is Max Muncy. He is 0 for 2 on the night with a flyout and a strikeout. And Gausman sets. Pitch is on the way, and it is chop foul down the first base line. Count is 0-1. And Gausman sets. And the pitch is on the way, and it is down low for ball one. Count is 1-1. And Gausman sets and fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed. Count is 1-2. And Gausman sets and fires, and the splitter is just off the plate. Count is evened at 2-2. And the pitch is hammered to left field. And this one is going, and gone. And that is the second solo shot home run of the inning. Dodgers have now jumped out to a 3-1 lead in game two. So is Gausman going to continue? There's a mound visit going on. And Gausman is going to end up coming out of this game. Looks like Louis Varland is coming in to relieve Gausman. When the game resumes, Kiki Hernandez will be coming up to bat. He is 0 for 2 on the night. And Texas A&M just scored a touchdown to take a 21-18 lead over LSU. There is 10 minutes, 40 seconds left in the third quarter. Evan, are you ready to come up? And the first pitch is skied to right field. Barger closes in on it and makes the play for the third out. So that is a one pitch, one out event. And that is going to do it for the Dodgers, but not before they hit two solo shot home runs to take a 3-1 lead over the Blue Jays. Coming up to bat for the Blue Jays is going to be Ernie Clement, Addison Barger, and Isaiah Kiner Falefa. And Evan, check your text message. And give me a sec, Lou. Yamamoto is at 71 pitches, Lou. And the first pitch is swung on by Clement. Count is 0-1. Yep, and the pitch is down low. Count is 1-1. And Yamamoto sets and fires, and the pitch is chop foul. Count is 1-2. Yamamoto is at 74 pitches. Yamamoto sets and fires, and the pitch is up and out of strike zone. Count is evened at 2-2. And the pitch is grounded sharply to Muncy. Muncy fields it cleanly and fires across to Freeman for the first out of the inning. And LSU punts the ball to A&M. They return it 79 yards for a touchdown and take a 28-18 lead. And the first pitch is on the way, and it is rolled to Freeman. Freeman flips it to Yamamoto, and that is the second out of the inning. And it looks like Bo Bichette is going to come in and pinch hit for IKF. And it looks like Smith is out for a bout visit with Yamamoto. And MasterCard presented a $5 million check for Stand Up to Cancer. And Bichette is in the box. Yamamoto sets, and the first pitch is a cutter off the plate. Count is 1-0. And the next pitch is grounded to Betts. Betts sets and fires across the diamond to Freeman to record the third out of the inning, and that is going to do it for the Blue Jays in the bottom of four. Coming up in the top of the eighth is Tommy Edman, Andy Pajes, and Shohei Ohtani. And if all works out, Evan will be up to call the eighth inning for y'all. For those of you that are here, if you have not hit the like button, please hit the like, share the channel out. And if you are not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. We will continue to call play-by-plays for the rest of the postseason. We have open panels twice a week. And I post video questions that are designed to help people think and respond. And I will respond to you as quickly as I can. Is Yamamoto going to throw a complete game? It's a distinct possibility. He hasn't thrown more than 13 pitches an inning since the first inning, so his pitch count is looking pretty good. And if he doesn't pitch a complete game, I almost guarantee that Roki Sasaki is coming in. And the first pitch is a fly ball to left field. Edman is retired. 1 pitch, 1 out. Ball to Nathan Lukes. And I'm going to bring Evan up. Evan,
Ken,
are
you
you
can
up
hear
to
me, right?
speed on the game?
Hey, Ken, you can hear me. Just to make
Yes,
sure.
I can.
All right, here we are. So Luis Varland is in the game. This postseason, he's appeared in 10 games, 11 innings pitched, 8 hits allowed, 4 earned runs. Bo Bichette is in the game at second base. There's 1 out in the top of the 8th. And up to bat is Andy Pajes. 3-1 Dodgers lead. First pitch on the way is a called strike. Count is 0-1. Pajes is 0 for 2 tonight with a ground out and a line out. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. And that looked like it was right there, but the umpire calls it a ball. Count is 1-1. Pajes batting under 100 this whole postseason. Trying to get it together right now. Pitch on the way. Grounded up the middle. That is a base hit for Andy Pajes. He will go to first. 1 out single for the Dodgers. A very good game so far. A well-pitched game in this one. You had Gausman doing really well until he allowed those 2 solo home runs to Will Smith and Max Muncy. Shohei Ohtani up to bat. 0 for 3 on the night. First pitch on the way here is a ground ball foul. The count will be 0-1. Ohtani walking around, hit his foot on that one, so making sure that he's all right. Steps back into the box, ready for the 0-1 pitch on the way from Luis Varland. Here comes the pitch. That one is swung on, hit on the ground to right field. That is a base hit. Pajes will stop at second, and the right fielder tried throwing back to the second baseman, Jimenez, with the shortstop, but he was safe at second. So there will be first and second for the Dodgers and 1 out. Ohtani broke his bat on that one. Hit it on the ground sharply to right field to Addison Barger. Aggressively came up with it. Pajes was rounding second, but he quickly retrieved back to second base after Barger tried to get Pajes sleeping. There will be a meeting of the minds here on the mound, so we will wait to see the next batter up.
Looks like a replay review.
Yes, replay review. Yep. Just seeing that now. Should be safe. Relay.
Barger threw that ball in at 94 miles an hour.
Yep. So they confirmed the call on the field. He's safe.
Yes. Yes, Lou, the next 3 games are in LA.
Yep. Ohtani on first, Pajes on second. First inning of work for Luis Varland here in the 8th. 3-1 Dodgers lead. Up to bat will come the dangerous Mookie Betts. Mookie Betts hitting .271 in the postseason. 0 for 3 tonight. First pitch on the way here from Varland is outside and low. Count is 1-0. One-zero pitch coming up on the way from Varland to Betts. Here comes the pitch. It is in there for a called strike. Count is even at 1-1. One pitch on the way here from Varland, looking to get out of the trouble. And the pitch is low and away once again, so the count is now 2-1 on bets. You can always trust bets with runners in scoring position. We'll see if he comes up big here. Andy Pajes on second, Otani on first. So speed on the bases.
There's more. The center of it wasn't cooked. So I'm going to put it back.
2-1 pitch from Varland. The bets is fouled away. Count is even at 2-2. 11 pitches this inning from Varland. Here comes the 2-2. Is a little bit outside. Just missed the outside corner of the strike zone. And now the count runs full 3-2 on Mookie Betts. Freddie Freeman on deck. First and second, 1 out, 3-2 pitch. Coming to Betts. Here comes the pitch. It is way outside. Ball 4. Mookie Betts draws a walk. And now the Dodgers, who are already up 3-1 in this game, are looking to add more. Bases loaded, 1 out. As John Schneider will come out to the mound, most likely making a pitching change here to take Varland out of this game. And wow, what a turn of events in this one.
Well, as Yogi always said, it's not over till it's over. And
Totally right about that.
Blue Jays put up a 9 spot last night in a single inning. So
Yeah. Well, if the Dodgers put up a couple more here, they should be in a good position to win it. But you never know with their bullpen. Freddie Freeman will come up to bat against Jeff Hoffman. So the Blue Jays not fooling around, putting in their closer, trying to put a stop to this threat that the Dodgers are imposing right now. I'll lower that. So Alabama ended up winning that game, Ken.
say again.
Alabama ended up winning that game.
I know. I was watching it while I was in the stream.
They're a good team.
Yep. Number 4 in the nation, holding their own.
All right. Freddie Freeman coming up to bat here against Jeff Hoffman in the 8th. Dodgers got the bases loaded. As they're showing the replay of Nestor Cortez last year allowing the grand slam walk-off to Freeman. Freddie Freeman, obviously the World Series MVP last year, comes up to bat here in a critical situation against Jeff Hoffman, who has been lights out this postseason. First pitch on the way to Freeman. Bounces away from Kirk, and the Dodgers are going to score a run here on a pass ball. Oh, wow. A critical pass ball on the first pitch from Jeff Hoffman gets away from Kirk. And Pajes comes in to score. It is 4-1 Dodgers.
Pitch actually hit Freeman.
We'll see the replay. Yup. The replay shows that, yes, that did actually hit Freeman. So the Dodgers will get the run either way, but I guess they counted that as a wild pitch. Well, okay. So 1-0 count here on Freeman. The pitch is outside. Count is now 2-0. Definitely. That should be. I mean, honestly, that did hit him. It should be okay. So now Freeman is going to first base. So they realized it afterward that it did hit Freeman on the foot.
Oh wait, no, they intentionally walked him.
He will take his base.
They intentionally walked him.
So they intentionally walked Freeman after first base was open. So now the Dodgers have bases loaded, 1 out. Really weird situation here. Bases loaded, 1 out for the Dodgers, 4-1 game. Pitch to Will Smith is a called strike. Count is 0-1. Smith with a big game today has a single and a solo home run, which put the Dodgers up 2-1. Fluharty warming up in the bullpen for the Jays. 0-1 pitch here from Hoffman is a little bit low and outside. Count is now even at 1-1. Will Smith, career with the bases loaded, hitting .329. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. This one is grounded to shortstop. Jimenez on to second for 1, back to first, not in time. The Dodgers score their fifth run of the night. They now take a 5-1 lead over the Blue Jays here in the top of the 8th inning. And that's why you just got to put the ball in play. Anything will happen. And with Will Smith's speed, there was no way that they were turning 2 on that. Five to 1 lead for the Dodgers. Up comes Teoscar Hernandez. First pitch to him is a called strike. Count is 0-1. Hernandez 0 for 3 tonight. 3 strikeouts. So trying not to get the golden sombrero. Here comes the 0-1 pitch from Hoffman. It is in there for a called strike. Count is 0-2. Hernandez takes his batter timeout. Dodgers already scored 2 runs in this inning, one by a wild pitch, and the other one with a RBI groundout. Here comes the pitch. It is swung on and missed, strike 3. Hernandez goes down swinging for the golden sombrero, but the Dodgers score 2 more runs. They now lead 5-1. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Andres Jimenez, George Springer, and Nathan Lucas coming up for the Blue Jays. Sean, I think I would win in a fight. No doubt.
And in the Texas A&M LSU game, number 3 versus number 20, A&M has taken a commanding lead, 35-18. There's 4 minutes left in the third quarter. LSU is going to have the ball on LSU's 25-yard line. Evan, if you'd like, you can help call the play-by-play for Monday's World Series game if you're up to it, if your school schedule doesn't conflict.
I'll let you know. Yep, I'll let you know. But thanks for having me on. Appreciate it.
I appreciate you being here, brother. We're at least going to get you in there for at least a play-by-play for the World Series.
Oh, yeah. A lot more to come, too. We got NFL streams on NY Yankee Mania and a lot of NBA shows, NBA streams coming up. And, Ken, if you want to call an NFL game with me, you're always welcome to. Love that. Maybe a Chiefs game in the future. Well, they already have a lot of primetime games, so
They do have a boatload of them. Matter of fact, they got the Monday night game this week.
yeah, Commanders.
A good game to call would be the Sunday night game.
Definitely Packers and Steelers, yep.
Rogers faces the guy that replaced him. Oh yeah, that's a grudge match.
Yep.
Hi Celia, welcome back to the stream.
Hey, Celia. All right. Up to bat, Andres Jimenez. Yamamoto is still in this game. He's at 80 pitches, 5 strikeouts, and only allowed 1 earned run. He's really buckled down and done a great job ever since that long first inning. First pitch to Jimenez is a called strike. Count is 0-1. He looks sharp too. 0-1 pitch to Jimenez. Swung on and missed. Oh, that was a nasty 91 mile per hour splitter. Low in the zone. Jimenez swings out of it. Justin Dean takes over in center field for the Dodgers. Pitch to Jimenez is fouled away. We'll do the 0-2 again. O2 pitch to Jimenez is fouled away again. So Jimenez not going down easily in this at bat. Count remains 0-2. Jimenez, the former Guardian, the former Met, playing a big role for the Blue Jays in this World Series. The 0-2 pitch is up high. Count is 1-2. The 1-2 pitch on the way here from Yamamoto to Jimenez. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. That is Yamamoto's 6th strikeout of the night. He's at 85 pitches, and it's the bottom of the 8th. Can he go all the way? Or will the Dodgers decide to go with Roki Sasaki in the 9th? We'll see.
Well, Sean, I look at Troy Aikman the same way I look at John Smoltz. Freaking talking trolls.
Pitch to Springer, fouled away. Count is 0-1. A 1 pitch on the way here from Yamamoto to the leadoff man, George Springer. Pitch is a curveball in there for a called strike. Count is 0-2. O2 pitch on the way here from Yamamoto. That one is inside. Count is 1-2. Springer has already been hit in this game. It just misses him there. Counts 1-2. The 1-2 pitch from Yamamoto to Springer. Swung on and missed. A high fastball. Gets Springer chasing. And there's 2 away in the 8th. That was a good rising, forcing fastball from Yamamoto. Sometimes I wonder, why don't pitchers do that all the time to Springer? I mean, you know he's going to struggle if there's a high-end fastball.
Yep.
Nathan Lucas up to bat. 1 for 3 on the night. First pitch to him is a called strike. Count is 0-1. 0-1 pitch coming up from Yamamoto to Lucas. And it is fouled away. Counts 0-2. And this is why Yamamoto has been successful in this game. He's getting ahead of these hitters, and he's not falling behind. He's putting them away, making good quality pitches. utilizing his whole arsenal here. 0-2 pitch to Lucas is low. Count is 1-2. That one started out in the strike zone and it just dropped below the zone. Good take by Lucas. 1-2 pitch coming up from Yamamoto. It is in there. We're called strike 3. Yamamoto racking up another strikeout. That is his second of the inning. And he is grooving right now. We'll see if they decide to bring him out for the ninth. Dodgers lead it 5-1 after 8. And with that, we'll hand it off back to our main guy, Ken, for the final inning.
You want to bring it home, Evan?
I can gladly do that, Ken. Thank you.
Go ahead, brother. Knock yourself out.
Ken, are you going to be on our post-game show?
I am not sure.
All right. Well, it's always nice having you on the stream. Your knowledge is definitely irreplaceable.
Well, I appreciate that, Evan.
Thank you, Lou. I will bring it home for sure. I guess I'll just update the chat on some NBA scores that we had tonight. We had the Grizzlies beat the Pacers 128-103. The Sixers beat the Hornets 125-121. Thunder defeated the Hawks 117-100. The Bulls defeated the Magic 110-98. And the Nuggets are defeating the Phoenix Suns 71-54. In the NHL, we had a boatload of games today. The Canadiens defeated the Canucks 4-3. Senators defeated the Capitals 7-1. Blue Jackets defeated the Penguins 5-4 in a shootout. The Red Wings came back from 4-0. They beat the Blues 6-4. Mammoth beat the Wild 6-2. Panthers shut out the Golden Knights 3-0. Maple Leafs defeated the Sabres in overtime 4-3. Lightning beat the Ducks 4-3. Bruins defeated the Avalanche 3-2. Flyers defeated the Islanders 4-3. Max Muncy up to bat now for the Dodgers in the top of the ninth inning. Braden Fisher now in for the Blue Jays. First pitch is a ball. Pitch is up high, ball one. Second pitch from Fisher is up high again. Count is 2-0. And the other games in the NHL, the Kraken lead the Oilers 1-0. And the 2-0 pitch on the way here to Muncie is inside. So Fisher falling behind early. The count is 3-0. The Hurricanes and the Dallas Stars, led by Jake Ottinger, tied 2-2. And the Kings and the Predators are tied at 4. 3-0 pitch to Muncie is up and away, ball 4. So runner on first base, nobody out for the Dodgers here in the ninth. Yes, Michael. Yep, we'll be most likely calling a Game 5. Again, that will be on NY Yankee Mania. Joe will be the lead announcer for that game. I will hopefully be able to come up and call that game with Joe around 9 o'clock. So please come on by for that on NY Yankee Mania on Wednesday night. So like and subscribe. We appreciate all the love and support that you guys give us. The pitch to Kike Hernandez is fouled away, count as 0-1. Of course, like and subscribe to Yankees The Ugly Truth. Ken does an amazing job here calling all the games for you guys, all the Yankee games, postseason games, doesn't matter, he'll call it. 0-1 pitch to Hernandez is popped up behind first base. In comes Barger, out goes Guerrero, and Guerrero makes a basket catch over his shoulder. Nice play by Guerrero there in the shallow part of the outfield. One away here in the ninth. Nice play by Guerrero. Going over his shoulder there to make the catch. So one out here, one on base. Up to bat now will be Tommy Edman, batting from the left side because Fisher is a righty. First pitch to Tommy Edman is up and away for ball one. Count is 1-0. Tommy Edman with a strikeout and two flyouts on the night. The 1-0 pitch here from Fisher to Edman is in there for a called strike. Count is even at 1-1. One pitch on the way here from Fisher. The 1-1 is hit in the air to right field. Going back on it and making the catch there will be Addison Barger. He fires it in. No advancement for Muncy at first. 2 outs, runner on first here for the Dodgers. And Andy Pages will come up to bat. Pages got that rally started for the Dodgers back in the 8th. Started off that inning with a single. First pitch to Pages is high for ball one. Count is 1-0. 5-1, Dodgers lead game 2 of the World Series. Blue Jays lead the series 1-0. Pitch to Pages is a little bit high for ball 2. Count is now 2-0 on Andy Pages. Two-0 pitch coming from Fisher. Looks back, Muncy at first. Here comes the pitch. It is fouled away. Count is now 2-1. It's pretty crazy. This is Andy Pages' second full season that he's got to play in 2 World Series. Must be nice. 2-1 pitch is in there for a called strike. Count is even at 2-2. Two on the way. Fisher looks back at first.
And I want to thank everybody for hopping in the stream and listening to a little baseball this evening. If you have not, please hit the like button, share the channel out, and if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. We appreciate your support, and immediately following this game over on NY Yankee Mania with Joe, they will be doing a Game 1 and Game 2 postseason review of the World Series. So I recommend hopping over there and talking a little bit of baseball. And in the Texas A&M LSU game, there is 14 minutes 15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And the Aggies have scored another touchdown. The score is now 42-18. And it looks like I might have lost Evan. And Yamamoto is going to show up for the bottom of the ninth. He's thrown the last of his warm-up pitches. And Evan is back. All right, Evan.
All right. I am back. Sorry about that.
No problem.
What's up, Jacob? Good to see you. Yamamoto back in there for the ninth. We'll see if he can finish this one off with a complete game. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. stepping into the plate. Stepping into the box here, getting ready for first at bat of the ninth. 1 for 3 on the night. He's had a monster postseason. We'll see if he can keep it going. First pitch to Yamamoto is a called strike, 0-1. Yamamoto sitting at 94 pitches right now here in the bottom of the ninth. The 0-1 pitch grounds it foul. Count is 0-2. The 0-2 to Guerrero. Pitch from Yamamoto at the set, delivers, and this one is fouled away again. Looks like that hit Guerrero in the leg, so he'll take some time here. And the Blue Jays tonight have really fallen for that splitter low in the zone. It's hard to lay off, but a team like the Blue Jays don't usually swing at pitches outside the zone very often. Trainer will come out to attend to Guerrero here.
And for those that you who have not, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing to One and the Same. Immediately following this game, there will be a World Series Game 1, Game 2 review on NY Yankee Mania with Joe and Evan.
Yep. If you guys didn't watch our show earlier today, we had a great show where we talked about a little bit of the past Yankees history. And it was awesome getting to hear Joe and Ken talk about their experiences with the team from the past. So if you have not, please go check that show out on NY Yankee Mania. The 0-2 pitch is a little bit low. Count is 1-2. The 1-2 pitch on the way here to Guerrero is up and in. Count is now even, 2-2. Roki Sasaki is warming up in the Dodgers bullpen. 2-2 pitch to Guerrero is hit very slowly to first base. Freddie Freeman is right there, picks it up, steps on first in time for the first out of the inning. So Yamamoto wins that battle against the scary Vladimir Guerrero Jr., 1 away here in the 9th. One out, bottom of the 9th inning, nobody on base, 5-1 Dodgers. Looking to get even at this series. The pitch to Kirk is a called strike. Count is 0-1. Alejandro Kirk has provided the Blue Jays with their only run in this game with a RBI sac fly. The 0-1 pitch from Yamamoto to Kirk. 1 out, nobody on base. Here comes the 0-1. Yamamoto sets and deals, and Kirk lines one in the air to center field. In comes Dean, and he makes the catch. Good read on that one by Dean. Comes in, makes a nice running catch. And there's 2 away here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Yamamoto was 1 out away from going the whole way and completing a complete game. Up to bat now is Dalton Varsho. Here comes the pitch to Varsho, and he swings and misses at a splitter low in the zone. Count is 0-1. The 0-1 pitch on the way here from Yamamoto sets and deals to Varsho, and he swings and misses again at a splitter in the zone. And Yamamoto is 1 strike away from completing a near perfect game. Here comes the 0-2 pitch from Yamamoto. And Varsho takes this one low. Count is 1-2. Yeah, Michael. Kirk, he's not happy about that wild pitch that happened. Here comes the pitch to Varsho. He pops it up into shallow left field. Muncy from third base will make the catch in shallow left field. That will do it for Game 2 of the World Series. The Dodgers win by a final score of 5-1. They even up this series 1-1. And Game 3 will be on Monday night in Los Angeles at the same time, 8:00 p.m.
And I want to thank Evan for calling some innings with me tonight in the Dodgers versus Blue Jays World Series Game 2. Thank you, Evan. Most appreciated.
Thank you.
The final numbers for tonight: Dodgers beat the Blue Jays 5-1. Dodgers had 5 runs on 6 hits, no errors. Blue Jays had 1 run on 4 hits, no errors. Yamamoto is going to get the win, and Gausman is going to take the loss. Great comeback game for the Dodgers. Game 3 will be in L.A., starting here at 7:55 on Monday evening. So if you can, hop in, say hey, hit a like, and listen to a little bit of baseball. Following this stream, head over to NY Yankee Mania with Joe for a post-series review of games 1 and 2. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. on NY Yankee Mania, Evan will be calling the play-by-play for the Giants versus the Eagles.
Yes.
I want to thank everyone for being here tonight. And if you have not, please hit the like button, share the channel out. And if you're not a member of the Yankees The Ugly Truth family, please consider subscribing. And I will end in my traditional fashion. Let's go Yankees, and we'll see you in the funny pages. Have a great night.
Take care.